This is a Head Cannon Circus production.
Hey y'all, we're back once again, another week, another episode of the Gladiator Cypher podcast. It's your boy, Peter Mention, aka T'Challa Saved My Life. Here again with none other than
we got Papa Bear Nip in the building, your neighborhood alcoholic, neighborhood mechanic. And you know, I'm back in the weight room, so your neighborhood gym shark. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Give me all your plates.
Not Gym Rat, Gym Shark. Get it straight.
That's it.
Eating all the guppies, huh?
All of them.
Helping all the women lift the weights the proper way. Make sure they
all
form
that,
is right.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely spotting on the squatting. You know what I mean?
Man, it's Big Corny J. I'm back off vacation. You know what I'm saying? I don't smell like it. I don't know what Drake is living and how he doing it, but I'm back in the building again. A little tired, but I can't complain, man. We about to do it. We got a good show for you. About to mix it up.
Shout out to the fresh artwork on Jay's shirt. See a lot of those black characters are pretty dope. Pretty dope. I like it.
It's my man from the barbershop. His tagline is in your face, art and in your face TV. He has a website up. You can catch him on Instagram, man. He has a lot of black alternative stuff also, but he's a huge anime fan, so you'll get your Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Sonic the Hedgehog, but he'll also put a twist with like black characters in there. He actually drew me as a Saiyan that I'm gonna have debut probably for next week's show. Oh, okay. I gotta give me the high quality one. Mm-hmm. He gave me the JPEG, and that shit was looking kind of shifty. So I said, "Oh, bro, you gotta give me that high definition." Yeah. So he gonna send that on over to me. So we're gonna get that high def for you next week.
There you go. Have him Dropbox it over. All right, fellas. Well, let's go ahead and get it kicked off. We wanted to start with a funny topic this week, going into our top 3 albums from groups. So you want to go ahead and share the group and share the album that you really like. I'll get it started. So I wouldn't think these are my all-time favorites, but these are just some that kind of stuck out in my head as I was thinking about this topic. Outkast, Stankonia.
Okay, is that your number 3 or yeah? That's your number 3?
That's probably the number 1.
Okay.
You know, just a bunch of tracks, and that kind of came up when I was in elementary school, heading towards middle school. So just a lot of fond memories about the music and just that time in general. But it's a great album. If you haven't heard it, I think it's one of Outkast's best projects. So definitely give it a look-see there. And you'll notice the album art too. Like if you're ever scrolling through artist pages and stuff, a lot of people like to kind of mimic Andre and Big Boy's pose on the album cover. You know, like one is like this. And I forget how the other one is posed, but you'll see a lot of like pop culture figures kind of taking over those poses and put on T-shirts and stuff. So I always think that's funny when I see it. But that's my number 1, Outkast with Stankonia. The next one is N.E.R.D., their album Fly or Die. So this is a project with Chad, Hugo, and Pharrell. And there was one other gentleman that they were working with on the project. The reason why this one stands out, again, kind of came through during my formative years, but this kind of marked the period where Pharrell actually ended up learning a lot of the instruments that you hear on the album. On their first album, N.E.R.D's first album that came out, they actually kind of contracted out the instrumentation. So it's actually, they have another band that's kind of doing the drums and the guitar and all that kind of stuff. But on this one, Pharrell actually learned a lot of the instruments himself. So I thought that was pretty dope.
You doing Fly or Die over In Search Of?
Yeah, I like Fly or Die more than In Search Of.
Wow. Okay. It's your list. I gotta respect that, and you got a good reason for it. I can respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, In Search Of is like, yeah. All right.
I don't think it's necessarily, I would say, better. I like them for different reasons, and I felt this one was probably a little bit more apt to this list for me, but In Search Of is also really good. But I think this was more like of a departure versus their kind of Neptune's style per se. Because on the first one, you had a lot of mashes where they would do, okay, you know, you got the rock lyrics and stuff, but then they would bring in like Pusha T or Malice on a hook or something like that. They had a couple kind of ones where they were putting their feelers out, but it still felt very Neptunes to me. This one was definitely more of like a punk vibe, especially with some of the collabs that they had. Like they worked with Good Charlotte on this one. I don't know. I just liked it. It was a different vein more so. I feel like they were kind of being a little bit more artistic with this one, and I appreciated that. All right. Then moving right along, number 3. So this is Daft Punk's Discovery. So this was a big album in the electronic, dance movement, electronic, I guess, genre that they came out with. Discovery. One of the main singles was One More Time. And, that's a huge hit. I would always hear that even in college, like however many years later, at least 10 years later after the album come out, you still randomly hear like something from the album. Sometimes if you go out, depending on where you're going. And they actually used one of their songs on there, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. Kanye sampled on his Graduation album. I forget the name of the song. That don't kill me, only makes you stronger.
Oh, Stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he used that hook on his song. That was also a smash hit. So just shows you timeless music. A lot of people like to cut it and make it their own. But that rounded out my list at number 3. What all did you have?
All right, Nip, what you got? Or you need a second still?
No, I'm good. If I take it outside of hip hop, I'm just gonna get into some wild shit. So I'll do hip hop first, and then
I'd rather get into some wild shit, man. Get in some wild shit.
I gotta get my 3. I'm surprised you didn't go with Aquemini for Outkast.
I like Aquemini. I like I said, I think Stankonia just kind of hits a little bit closer to the heart just because I remember it more vividly, I feel like, than Aquemini. Because you got to remember, I didn't really start listening to music in general like that probably till about middle school. And so at that time, everything before that, I've had to go back and listen to kind of catch up on people's discographies and stuff. So as it's coming out, I might not have caught it on that initial release, whereas Stankonia I was there for. So
all right. My 3 hip hop joints is probably gonna be 36 Chambers, Aquemini. I'm sorry, Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, Outkast, Aquemini, and Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be my 3 in hip hop.
Okay, you ain't gonna give us no reasoning, just dope, and that's it.
I mean, the music speaks for itself. I don't know. Like, I think those are top, like, all-time albums. Southern Player Lit. So all right. So when we talk about the Outkast, it was between Stankonia. It was between Aquemini and Southern Playalistic.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the production and the content is better in Aquemini.
Mm-hmm. I'd agree.
So I guess that's why I chose Aquemini. 36 Chambers is 36 Chambers. It's like 42 niggas and they all can rap. Like, there's no other group like Wu-Tang. Like, they got all like top tier MCs from RZA's a little weird, but but you got the Genius, you know what I mean? You got the wild motherfucker, you got ODB, you got Meth, Ghost, and Rave, who could arguably be in anybody's top 5 of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Inspector, who is definitely one of the most underrated MCs of all time. Like, God, you just can't. It ain't no. Like, if you had to put a time capsule of like what is hip hop, 36 Chambers is in that shit. Like,
man, what about You Got, man? Come on.
Oh, You Got too, but I mean, I'm not gonna disrespect You Got. But
I felt it for a second.
Oh, man.
I'm not gonna disrespect You Got, but I mean, come on.
And of course, you can't forget ODB. Rest in peace.
And then who's my third? Midnight Marauders. Like, that's in my top 5 albums of all time. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I love that album too, Midnight Marauders.
I don't even know what to say. It's just the top 5 album of all time.
Okay, all right. Well, we got Nips out of the way. I guess I'm gonna go ahead. My number 3, and this is more sentimental value, less about maybe the album not being like the best, but I'm gonna go the Jacksons' Triumph. I just remember growing up, always hearing that album on basically spinning So I'm gonna go with the Jackson's Tribe. I mean, probably my favorite song on there is This Place Hotel, which is the Heartbreak Hotel song that they redid on that one. So I'm gonna do the Jackson's Triumph. My number 2 out of there is going to be the Clips Hell Hath No Free Fury.
Yeah.
I felt like that was the first time that I listened to somebody from beginning to end talk about selling, and it did not get boring, repetitive, or made me want to say, why do they only keep rapping about the same thing? Like from beginning to end, I feel like there's no skips on that. It's just crazy and insane. And shout out to the boys, like because we probably will never get another Clips album ever again. So shout out to them for that. And then my number 1 will
start
be
talking about No Malice.
Yeah, exactly. No Malice.
You got to follow this dude on Instagram because this is like Mace 2.0. But my bad. I ain't even interrupt your list and shit.
Like we can be on the elliptical. Like,
yeah, bro. Like, come on, cuz. Like, praise the Lord. Like, nigga, shut up. Like, everybody watching on the elliptical.
Oh man. And so my number 1, which I know Nip ain't gonna hate it. You'll like it, Nip. My number 1 is actually the Fugees' The Score.
I like it.
I feel like from beginning to end, like I could crank everything on there. The skits on there is actually fucking funny because that's rare. You get skits on a lot of people's albums that be just straight trash. Like the skits on there is pretty funny. So that's my number 1, the Fugees' The Score for groups. And then that's another one that we'll probably never ever get another album from that team again.
That's more unlikely than the Clips.
Yeah, hell yeah. We might as well take that L and walk it off.
They got the fucking space cadet over there. She ain't about to do shit.
Golly.
Oh, we record?
Yeah, we still live. Real live, Fox 5. We already. Oh man. So let's keep this music discussion rolling along. We had another week of a lot of music. Maybe not as much, I would say, classic music as the week before, because I feel like we got some really good showings. But definitely some solid projects. One in particular, for sure, Migos with Culture 3. I think the general census is that this is kind of a return to form for Migos. A lot of people maybe weren't as excited about Culture 2 when it released. Me personally, I like Culture 3 a lot. There's a few standouts on there for me. I like the song with Polo G, and I can pull it up here for it. Just had it open.
That is Malibu.
Malibu, yep. I enjoyed the jump with Juice WRLD, rest in peace, Antisocial. Mahomes was pretty hard too. I feel like it kind of takes you through different phases in the album. Like the beginning is a little bit more poppy to me, and then towards the later half, I don't know. It's kind of not all over the place, but I don't think you necessarily have to play this in any sort of sequence. Like you could put it on shuffle and it sounds just as good.
You like Mahomes? Oh man,
I like Mahomes.
But it didn't make my worst, but nah, I wasn't fucking with Mahomes like that. But it may just be being a hater because I'm a 49er fan, so who knows?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't like the breakout song, but it definitely stood out to me on the album, I think, because they just keep saying Mahomes, so it's like drilled into my head. So anytime I see it, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm thinking about that. But I like the album a lot. I definitely like it more than Culture 2. I would have to compare it versus Culture 1, maybe give them like a side-by-side listen and really get in it and see which one I like more. But I'm glad they came out with this project. I feel like they've stepped up a little bit here lyrically. Quavo's still solid, all his verses. I don't really have any that kind of stood out to me per se. I know on one of the songs in particular, he was kind of talking about just rappers acting more on the grown man swag than kind of the boyish things, like all the jewelry and stuff, like investing and whatnot. So I appreciated that coming from him. My favorite, Offset, I mean, he killed his verses for the most part. I liked all of his. And then Takeoff, he has some good verses on there too. He's probably my least favorite on there, but with this project, he grew on me a bit.
What?
Man, we on totally opposite right now. Yeah, totally opposite right now.
I like Takeoff the least.
Takeoff was smoking that shit.
Hold on. Before you go, Nip. Chris, what would you give your rating? We'll debate that we get everybody's comments. All right, what's your rating?
I give it a 4.
Okay, so you'll bootleg it.
A bootleg, yeah, solid 4.
Okay, all right. Nip, what you got?
Hey man, what? Takeoff been carrying this group for the last goddamn 15 years. What do we?
Slow down now. I'm a 15. Slow down now.
All right, that's 15. Well, take it, man.
I think I have a bias against him. Like, I don't know, when I hear him come on, I'm so used to like the other two because I think they get more shine. Like, it's something in my head that kind of clicks off when he comes on. So maybe that's on me. Probably I have a little bit of a biased ear when it comes to Takeoff. So maybe I need to listen to the project and try and just focus in on those.
This is probably my favorite Migos album.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it's their best. I can't say that because I feel like I'm judging something outside of my space. Like, I listen to the new cats, but I can't say that I'm
You're well versed in them.
Yeah, I'm well versed in their shit. But this is my favorite Migos album because they actually let me preface this statement. We're not talking about like lyrical geniuses here, but these motherfuckers is rapping on this joint. Like they rapping on here. Like they doing their thing. The production is decent. I love the flips. I love the samples. Like, yeah, but Takeoff is the glue for this shit, man. To me, he his back gotta be with. I saw the meme. It said Takeoff after they make every Migos album, they got him holding his back with the inflammation joint in there.
Need the icy hot.
Yeah,
gotta hook him up
because he carrying the group.
Damn.
But yeah, I think that this is a more mature album. It don't feel as, I guess, mumble rap ish. Even though I do like a lot of their mumble rap shit, the old shit like the Stir Fry and the Bad and Bougie. Like I jam on all that shit. My bad, I'm saying my passwords again. I jam on all that stuff.
There you
go. As far as a rating, I want to give it a 5. I want to give it a cop, but I can't. If I think about classic albums, I can't put it in that realm of the same as like classic hip hop albums. So I'll give it. I'll roll along and give it a solid 4.
So you wouldn't cop it, but you go half on somebody with it. There's like, hey, let's get this joint.
Yeah,
we go half.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I can't put it in the realm of a fully classic hip hop album, but it's a good album.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, one.
Damn, what you got, the legal pad?
Yeah, man. I'll take notes now. Yeah, bro. I gotta show these other podcasters how I get down for real now, man. I gotta take notes.
Look, you take vacation, come back, try to show us up.
Come back sharp,
bro. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure these out here, these other reviewers know we ain't no joke out here. So
cue the Super Saiyan music.
Right. Going straight J. Koo out here. So first thing I'm going to say is that that Takeoff take is crazy. I think actually Quavo was probably my favorite on the whole album. I think followed closely by Takeoff, and I think last is Offset. I think the problem is Takeoff doesn't have the catchier, rememberable lines as the other two do sometimes, and that's what hurts. I think Takeoff's credibility as an MC. But I'm with you, Nip. If you listen song for song, verse for verse, track for track, Takeoff's tough. So, but I do feel like the fandom, in Chris's defense, every time an album drops, I feel like the fandom shits on Takeoff. Like, I don't know why, and I never got it, but if you look at all the albums, the fandom shits on Takeoff, so I can understand why Chris feels that way, because there's probably been a lot of resentment from years of shitting on Takeoff anyway.
And I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying he's my least favorite out of the group, out of the 3.
I know why, but I ain't gonna speak on it because I don't want to sound like I'm being. I don't want to speak on toxic masculinity and shit. I know why.
Why?
Go ahead and say it.
Because it's the chicks. Who Offset with?
Yeah.
Who Quavo with?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
It's the chicks.
I didn't think about
Anybody
that one.
the dudes just rocking with, they don't get that play.
So
niggas out here buying Rangers and taking them back, and they got Cardi over here.
That's why he's my favorite, because he repoed that jump.
And Takeoff just silently busting their ass on tracks. nobody listening to Take Off with the chicks.
With that being said, I think
Ain't
my
nothing against straight
standouts
but a
on
straight.
there. Yeah, my standouts there is Having Our Way, which with Nip's boy Drake. I think they smashed that one. My second favorite one actually is Jane.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for that one, I mean, who knew I needed a song from the Migos? And then I think my what I call it the warning track, where it's like it was almost to the point of being trash for me, is Birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Followed closely by Mahomes. But so let me start with some love. I think it's a great album.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is a mashup of everything that worked in Culture 1,
mm-hmm.
everything they experimented with in Culture 2 but didn't work, but refined it. And then Culture 3 is all of that coming together to have a feel. I do like that they actually rapped about real stuff and the changes in their lives and showed some growth. So with all that being said, I did like it. Let me give you my cons, my negatives on it. Whoever sequenced the album needs to be shot and fired. Fuck out of here with the sequencing is terrible on this album. This album could crank from top to bottom if they placed those songs the right way. They did not. They basically felt like they just finished the song, put it on the album. Finish the song, put it on the album. Because it is no real flow to that album, which I've been realizing the more and more we do this show and I listen to albums, sequencing can kill an album versus make an album. Yeah. Where you place them songs sometimes can get you a complete another vibe. I mean, let's just think about it. If you just go down a list of the songs, Avalanche, banger. Having Our Way.
Hard. That was my favorite on the album to me. Yeah.
But the Migos always come hard with the intro, so that's why I don't even rank them anymore because I feel like the intros are all smash. Right. But you go from there, number 3, Straightening, smash, Type Shit, good. Malibu, good. Birthday, trash. Martin Day, okay. Vaccine, okay. Picasso, really good. Like, it starts to do this lag in the middle. If you break up some of them bangers and you put them around some of that Suspect, I feel like this album jumps off a little bit more. But with that being said, I mean, it gave me everything I wanted from Migos album because y'all know I'm not an Amigos fan. I'm a Migos fan. Even the fact I call them Amigos, let you know how much respect. I don't even call them Migos. I'm like, nah, put the A on it, nigga. Put the A on it. But the Migos album gave me what I wanted. They gave me trap. They gave me those classic sample flip vibes. They gave me a lot of flutes in here. You know how I am about the flutes. Give me the horns and the flutes. I'm down. And I feel like the music and the beats had like emphasis and drama to it. I mean, I wish they would get off that 3x3 flow, but that's what made them who they are. So I can't knock them to continue with stay in that path. But going to my ranking, man, with all that to being said, for all that stuff I've said, man, I'm probably going to give this. If I was more of a fan, I would give it a 4. Since I'm not a huge fan, it's going to be like a 3.5, 3.8 for me. So that means my man put it on. I'll listen because I don't see me ever returning to this just because it's just not for me. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. The Migos ain't for me, man.
Not even Avalanche and Straightening.
Oh no, I'm saying I'll probably if somebody put a playlist.
Gym bangers right there. I'm in the gym with Avalanche and Straightening.
Hey, look, they put it on the playlist. I'm all there. So my man's put it on, but I'm not gonna go out and look for it.
I dig it.
All right.
I mean, what I combined score was a 4.4, 3.8. So I mean, we're pretty much giving this a 4. We basically say everybody should listen to this. Is basically,
pretty much. Definitely at least once, and then build your opinion from there. But we definitely think it deserves at least one listen. So moving along, another artist dropped Kodak Black, who's been pretty productive lately. I think he just had another project here recently that came out. This one's entitled "Happy Birthday, Kodak." I think my favorite song on here might have been the last one, the Amber Rose. I like some of the features on it, but none of it really kind of stuck out to me. If I'm honest, I could have gone without hearing this project. I don't.
Damn.
I mean, it wasn't really like it didn't stand out to me. I'm trying to remember some of the lyrics on here, but I can't. And I'm a Kodak fan. I like Kodak because he be saying some wild stuff on there sometimes. But it was pretty solid. But I don't know. I don't really feel too strongly about this one. Did you gentlemen give this one a listen?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't take no more new rap shit. I listened to Migos. I dealt with it. It was cool. I banged with it. and I heard that Papa was a Rolling Stone flip, and I've been listening to oldies ever since. I ain't listening to no more new music. I went back to like Gap Band, Isley Brothers. I've been on all that for the last few days. So
I did listen to.
No, I ain't listened to that Kodak Whack.
Yeah, Kodak. I did listen to it, and I guess I'm gonna be the dissenter here. Let me bring out my notes again. No, but all jokes aside, I did listen to it. It's 4 tracks. I thought it was good. If I could get Kodak to only drop albums that got 4 tracks, I would probably be a fan. That Amber Rolls, that thing is a straight banger.
Yeah.
It make me want to get out here and risk COVID to go dance to that and get a chick up on me for that. Also, so did the Migos album. Let me give respect to the Migos album too. It made me want to get to the clubs too. But it's Kodak one. I mean, I'm not a huge Kodak fan. I do like his features. Whenever I hear him on somebody else's stuff, I feel like he does this thing. It's like him and 21 Savage. If they on other people's stuff, I'm a listen because I think they do their thing on it. But for this one, I think because it's just a small outing, you know, first track he talks about the fame, you know, the chicks, the regular bullshit he talks about on, you know, almost every album. And then I think from there he kind of does he tries to do a little better. Like, what is it? Feeling Peachy. He talks about, you know, basically he's sliding. So, you know, and then was it White Toes with Jacquees, which I feel like Jacquees kills that thing and he goes bananas on that one. So I think he saves that song. And then Amber Rolls is just, I think it's a banger all itself. So I did enjoy it. But when I say I enjoyed the Kodak Black album, that's like saying, like, I went to the doctor and didn't have a terrible experience. That's what that is for me. Like I didn't expect nothing. So when I got something, I actually was like, oh, okay. I felt like that was like where I stood at it. So if I had to rate it, man, for this EP, this is probably going to be, I can't disrespect the Migos album and put them on the same level, but I'll say if my girl put it on, I would listen.
Yeah, I would give this, if my man had it on, I listen to it. So like a 3. But like just a flat 3, not no 3.5, not no 3.67. I agree with your take on Kodak too, and I think that's really interesting because if you listen to his projects, he can make good songs. And Nip, I was kind of worried about that new artist fatigue too, like because I'm trying to, you know, get through some of the projects for the show and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm in the car, I'm driving, boom, finish culture. Okay, let me throw on this Kodak. But to me, Kodak is unique enough that where he'll stand out if I'm listening to kind of others in his group. I don't know if it's his voice or the fact that he just be saying some like real off the wall stuff sometimes, and just some of the songs he comes up with. He definitely keeps my attention. Outside of the song with Jacquees, I like the other songs on the project. It's just you never know with him. It's always a mixed bag, and I feel like Jay, you were right. There's sometimes a lot of filler on his projects. Like I think on his last one, I don't know if he was praying in Creole or doing some kind of voodoo, like some seance type stuff. But I don't know. He had like a whole track just going on about that. I'm like, I don't know what this man is talking about. I got scared playing. It was dark outside. He doing all that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh man, I got to switch the track on this one. I got to skip it. But yeah, it wasn't remarkable for me. I give it a solid 3. But hopefully he can continue to kind of separate the wheat from the chaff on his projects. Because I do feel like he has a lot of potential. You know, he's got a melodic flow that he can hit on. He doesn't sound half bad when he sings on some of the songs. He just needs to kind of sharpen that edge and not give us so much fluff with these projects. But, you know, for this one, I would say 3 out of 4 songs are good. So I'll give it a 3.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3 too.
Tell us how you really feel, Nip. Tell us how you really feel.
Well, we got somebody that Nip really likes about all, you know, he's a huge fan of this next artist. We got Meg Thee Stallion with her new single, Thot Shit. So Nip, we know you're a huge Meg fan. Tell us how you felt about Thot Shit from Meg.
Hey, Nip, do we need to blur you out? Because I know you about to get hot up in here. So
these songs. When I hear of like, you can't say the word female anymore. So what do you say?
A woman? Lady?
A natal female? Can we say that?
No.
A woman? Yeah, woman, whatever. A non-male rapper.
He said natal. That's the title.
that can like really get busy.
Mm-hmm.
Doing this type shit is frustrating. Like when you get something like this from Cardi, it's like, okay, I get it. Like you don't expect rapping from Cardi. Like Cardi can't fucking rap.
Yeah.
Like she just can't. But when I have heard Meg rap before and rap with substance before.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm cool. I know pandemic is over. We about to get back out in the clubs. We finna risk it all.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But like, I don't need everything to be ass shaking, bro. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need it to be that. Like I don't. It just I'd like to have some rap from Meg.
Now let me ask you this: so, if the content was different, you're saying you would like the song a lot more, or is like her actual rapping on the song is what you weren't vibing with?
I'm not saying I don't like the song, because I'm definitely gonna throw some dollars when this drink come on. but I want to hear an album of Meg rapping, like, or some songs, an EP, some of her like rapping. Like when I go and I listen to Meg and I go listen to the Meg freestyles and shit, like she's rapping her ass off, and then she puts a song out and it's all about like freak body shit. And I get it. I don't have a problem with freak body shit. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with freak body shit. The video, I'm not gonna say I didn't have a problem with it. I think it's appropriate for the song, and I think it's appropriate when it's appropriate. Like, you know, same thing as like the old shit, like Tip Drill and shit. I don't think it should get played at 4:00 in the afternoon on BET.
Yeah.
But I like the video. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool for where it's at. But when I see a woman rapper who can actually rap, and the only thing that's getting pushed is like ass shaking videos and ass shaking songs, it's like, come on, dog. Like it's nothing wrong with this type of music. There's nothing wrong with this type of videos. There's nothing wrong with none of that shit. But I want to hear Meg rap. I want to hear her rap. Like for real rap. Like no gimmick, no ass out, no titty out. Like I'm just trying to get your attention type shit. Like rap.
I mean, maybe one cheek. You know, just one.
Hey.
Just the left cheek. Let's throw the left cheek out there.
Oh man, Jay, how'd you feel about the single?
I mean, oddly enough, man, I'm shocked that me and Nip on the same wavelength. More shocked because I feel like he's crossing over a little bit on my side of the fence, where it's like, y'all gotta start giving me more than this shit. Like our culture got so much shit going on. I don't need to keep hearing the same shit from the same artist on some whack shit. Like, or if you're gonna do this type of song, like we just talked about on my top 3 list with Hell Have No Fury, at least make it creative if you're gonna be a Thot. Like you spitting the same Thot shit that I heard from every other Thot rapper that want to be a Thot on the thottiest song of all Thotty time. Like I'm good, man. Like it just, but I'm with you, Nip. When it come on the club, I'm gonna be pants by my knees, trying to get it in. But I'm at home right now, and I'm not doing none of that. And so I just need something more. And then also, let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. This coming off Meg album being kind of suspect too. Like, I know people don't want to talk about it, but Meg album was kind of trash. So now you give me this Thot shit after you done gave me a trash album. And obviously from your album, that shit ain't work on that. So what you doing out here in these streets? So now, I mean, I know all the ones that like Meg, go listen to it, do your thing. I'm being a big time hater, but I love her to death. And I'm just going to have to hate on this one and pass because Meg put in anime references and she puts Buffy and Angel references. So I roll with Meg. But this ain't it for me, man. I need something more. So I'm out.
And, you know, I think you bring up a real excellent point, you know, kind of comparing her versus Clips, right? Because you said like Hell Have No Fury. They talking about the coke trade the whole album, but it never gets boring because they're delivering what they're talking about. Even though they're talking about the same things, they find different ways to approach it, like different aspects of that kind of lifestyle, like whether it's dealing with the women when you're in that lifestyle or dealing with, you know, connections when you're in that lifestyle, or there's the cops when you're in that lifestyle, and kind of just approaching it from different angles and changing up the flow and whatnot. I think Meg could stand to do a little bit more about that. I think she's a great rapper, and I agree with you. She's got a lot of potential. And I like the single, especially considering it is a single. Like, I'm not expecting her to come out with some like introspective type stuff on it, but I think you do make a good point that, okay, you know, you're starting to kind of sound like some of the other folks maybe in her class. They might be catching up to her. You know, she got to do a little bit more to differentiate herself from the pack and really show like why she might be, you know, one of the best females out there. But well, rappers in general, really. But
There's nobody else in her class.
I mean, it's a few. You think you got Lotto. I wouldn't really count Saweetie. I think she's more like
Yeah, I'm cool.
I mean, I guess you could, but I haven't really seen too much from
He
her.
said I'm cool.
City
what
Girl.
about Doja Cat? Is she in there?
I'm cool.
I don't really consider her that. I think
Yeah,
she's more like I don't know what to consider Doja Cat.
cool.
More like
City Girls.
pop.
Yeah, JT and them, they do get busy, but I don't expect rap from the City Girl. Like, I know when I'm getting City Girl. Like, City Girl's party music. Like, and Megan's party music too, but I've heard her rap before. Like, she can really rap.
Yeah.
I don't know. But then on the same token, I feel like I'm being a man and shit, and I'm speaking on and judging shit that I don't really have the qualifications to speak and judge on and shit. Because it'd be like, it's like when you talking to, fuck it, I'm gonna say it this way. When you talking to a woman about rap and they start talking that dumb shit, like I don't have the credential to speak on like Cardi and Meg and all them, because it's just not my wheelhouse. And it's the same way, you know, when you talk to yourself like, oh, well, you know, I think J. Cole is the best rapper ever. It's like, all right, man.
I get you. I mean, that's a good point, but I think that actually kind of like speaks to her talent though, right? Because we expect more of Meg, because we know she's good, like she can rap. You know, she even has songs where she is talking about that shit that are good. Like, she kind of shows you how well, you know, her lyrics are, how she can put bars together and stuff like that. So when you have somebody that's got a lot of potential that you know can do it, and they put out, you know, something that's good, but it's not really kind of pushing them forward anyway, they, you know, it seems like they're maybe stagnating a little bit, especially coming out. But go ahead.
Even in the theme of the video, it's kind of like it talks about like niggas like us talking about that shit that's like, you know what I mean? So I get it. I understand it. Like, and I'm not an anti promiscuity, over sexualized person. Like, I'm with all the goofy shit. I'm with all the thongs, red pumps, booty sheet shaking. I'm with all that. But it's just like, from somebody that I know can rap. Like, when you see the potential of a person, and once again, I'm not trying to be super judgmental, because my fat ass can't rap, so I can't speak. You know what I mean? It's like me trying to talk about a millionaire, like, oh, he should do this. And it's like, nigga, you ain't even made $1 million yet. So I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be that person, but I would just, as far as my preference, when I hear somebody that can really rap and put the words together and get busy, I want to see him do that instead of just going with the I want this too. I'll put it that way. I want this type too. I want that music. I want that shit. I want the joint that she did with Cardi, whatever that was the hot joint last summer. I want them joints too. But I also want her to come and bring that good lyrical. I could put this joint on in my car and bump it when I'm going down the street. I can't bump that shit. I can't stop at a red light and somebody pull next to me and it's like slap it up and then put it on him, like, I can't
sitting there
like, bro.
They look over.
I can't, and I'm I can't do that.
So what you worried about? You think he gonna give you his number or some shit?
Come on, bro. I can't.
You think he gonna pull the Thule out on you?
I can't do that. I can't. If you pull up to me and I got goddamn Cardi bumping, Cardi and all that could go and all that.
Yeah.
Come on, cuz. No.
Why you hating, bro? Why you hating?
I'm not hating. I'm just saying I can't bump it in the car.
Look, I mean, and all you said is, I mean, I'm right there with you. And I think to Chris's, I think you had a question about like, oh, you know, what if we're not looking for anything deep introspective from her? I would counter and say we should be looking for something deep and introspective from her. She has lost a lot of people in her life recently. Not saying that she should expose that to the world, but I expect some of that emotion, that feeling, that sadness, that grief or the experience to leap into her music, something that can still be good music that we could get something like that. Shit's fine. If I had another single from Meg that was on some real shit, right? Then I'm like, all right, got that shit. Cool. That's your party banger. That's your for people who want to sit back, light up some incense and kick it, whatever the case may be. But all I'm getting is my booty, like, cool, Meg. I got you. I'm with you. Just meet me in the club. That's all. That's all. It'll go down. That's all.
I heard that. We also had another single. This one from the Space Jam soundtrack. I believe it was St. John and SZA. Jay, why don't you talk about this song? I heard it. I don't really have anything nice to say. I mean, it was kind of just existed for me.
What? Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm just gonna call it 100, man. I'm a mark for St. John and I'm a mark for SZA. So they could have had flatulence on the track, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is a banger." I'm just going to keep it 100. Like I'm not even going pretend like I was on some. Oh, this is such a great song. I like their flow. I like how SZA compliments almost anybody she's with when it comes to her style and her vocals and her voice. The only thing I didn't like as much about this song is I expected more of the St. John we get on the albums, where it is that singy rap, but it feels closer to rap, less to singing. This one I felt like he was trying to flex his John Legend or some shit, and was trying to give us, some real vocal range. And I'm like, nah, I'm not here for you for that, St. John. So that did take me back a little bit, where I was like, he's not really giving me exactly what I wanted. But all in all, man, for this being, remember, it's a Space Jam 2 song, which is, we're going to assume that it's going to be playing to kids. It's going to be something that's going to be played up to kids. I thought he kept it still hood enough, but also kept it enough industry that this can be played on the radios and be a good popping off single or whatever they want to do for the Space Jam soundtrack. So I'm here for it, but I'm also with the discretion that you're not getting the real St. John on this. So St. John fans like me, you're going to have to fall back and just accept that this is what he's giving us on the pop industry level. So, I mean, I would say listen to it if you're a mark like me. If you're not a mark like me, then you can skip it and it won't matter. Yeah,
I'd be interested to see what kind of scene they put this in. Like, well, I can't even say that though, because if you think about it, that Black Panther soundtrack, I don't even remember hearing hardly any of the music in the movie. So maybe they might go kind of the same route with this one. Who knows? We'll see.
What are inspirational songs at? Like, where's the I Believe I Can Fly on this joint?
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm out of bounds. All right.
You there?
Go ahead. We didn't know why stopped you. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, the original Space Jam, the Space Jam soundtrack with the I Believe I Can Fly. I ain't gonna say buddy name. Like, where is that song?
Say his name. It don't matter. What the fuck?
I mean, Kels, the king. The king. You know what I mean? Where's that type of song that comes out? I heard. What's this? The second or third track that came off of the soundtrack?
Probably so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need to hear some I Believe I Can Fly shit. I don't believe I can fly right now.
Yeah. Unless they got something in the tuck, but I mean, I think that song was a big part of Space Jam's success too. And this is just my feel about the movie. I feel like they know it's about to be mid and nowhere like close to the original. So they're just like, okay, we're going to do what we can. Going to give you a soundtrack. We're going to try and find some good stuff for it, but we know it's not going to be nowhere near.
But is it mid? Is it mid or is it just mid to us?
Okay. Rose-colored glasses, but it was some good songs back then.
Oh, come on. That Space Jam movie's trash. But anyway, all right, I brought up the track list for the first one. Like, y'all not going to hit pretend like that. That movie's straight garbage.
That was a great movie.
But Fly Like an Eagle by Seal, that's a banger. So we get that up out of it. Space Jam album version with Quad City DJs that can go kick bricks. Yeah, Dave, you're right. Hit them high. Hit them high.
For the Space Jam. All right. That shit was cranky. You tripping.
Kick rocks, bro. That kick rocks, bro. Bro, like, come on, bro.
You tripping.
We not going to do this, bro.
You tripping. That shit was hard.
That shit was terrible, bro.
Imagine Nip and Corny.
All right, come on. I wish YouTube would let us play some of this shit so I could be like, man, sit your ass down with this. Hit 'em high, the Buster Method on them drink was a beast.
I love that.
For You I Will was a
That's
beast.
Monica,
Even I was
right?
really on Monica's. Yeah, that was on Monica's album though. Giving You All That I've Got. Yeah, you're right. As I'm looking down this, I mean, yeah, you're right. You got the D'Angelo, I Found My Smile Again. I Believe I Could Fly. Upside Down with Salt and yeah. Oh, that Basketball Jones was trash with Chris Rock and Barry White though.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
All of My Days with Jay-Z and R. Kelly was
yeah, that was some
But you got a good point. I mean, let's see what Space Jam 2, they got the track list up for that yet. Oh, no, they just gave us a regular joint. Okay. Soundtrack list, see if we can get it here. Coming soon. So, singles, We Will Win, Lil Baby and Kurt Franklin. I know that's Nip Jam because he liked to stomp. So, that's the only one they really got up here. So, I guess I'm with you, Nip. I think you are correct. I think Space Jam, the first one, it had a lot of bangers on that one.
Right.
I don't know what they're going to do with this one, man. Also, too, let's be completely honest. I feel like Space Jam, the first one, was still catering to us. I think Space Jam 2 is catering to all of us. If that puts my coded language, I feel like that's what's going on here.
Nah, bro. I Believe I Can Fly was everybody's song. That wasn't just
But all right, let's put it real. Let's keep it a buck. Up until that moment, I Believe I Could Fly. R. Kelly had no real crossover like hit that wasn't with us backing it. I Believe I Can Fly was like white people love that song. I mean, it was like white people's graduation. You know what I'm saying? Like that hit put them over to the white side. That hit, I mean, that soundtrack with Busta and Method, that wasn't made for the other side. That was for us. And then I Believe I Can Fly just became a hit out of it. And it bust through the ranks and went crazy. Like,
I mean, I don't know if I understand it. So are you saying that Space Jam, the soundtrack and the movie were catered toward us?
No, Space Jam, the soundtrack was catered towards us. Space Jam 2 soundtrack, I feel is like catering for all of us.
All right.
They was like, oh, you got a black star as the main lead? Then we got to get black music. And that's what rolled out for Space Jam 1. Space Jam 2, I feel like you're going to get a little different shit up in there now. Like,
okay.
We definitely about to get some EDM.
You're probably right.
It was EDM on Space Jam, though. Before it was EDM, that's it. That Space Jam joint? Whatever, that shit's trash. I don't care what none of y'all say. That shit's Space Jam.
You don't know the words. That's all right. We not gonna bog down the show on Space Jam. Was it hot or not? We'll let the audience decide if it was hot or not. That shit was trash.
All right, and then we have one more single wrapping up our music segment. H.E.R. She had, I believe this is the intro to her upcoming album. Jay, you want to intro this one?
Yeah, man. H.E.R. is giving us some more heat as always. I did hear that too as well, that it was an intro to her album. I didn't confirm it, so I bad researching on me. But just like SZA, just like St. John, I said, I'm a H.E.R. mark. So it's very little that she can do or put out that I'm just not going to fuck with. But I will say for this song in particular, because I tried to go into it, not as a mark. We made it. That's what it's called. We made it. I tried to go in, and not as a mark. I fucks with the ending. I wish she would have dropped that ending somewhere in the middle of the track and probably got rid of a verse and just let her just go straight guitar happy for the rest of the song. Like, and I'm not saying I dislike the song, but the song is like 5 minutes long. This song could have been a tight 3, and you could have gave me that guitar shit straight Prince style in the middle of the song, like you don't give a fuck, and kept it moving. And that's my only beef with is that I got the hypest near the end when she was riffing, and by the time I was starting to get hyped, the song was over, and I was like, damn, I just sat through 4 minutes, and you done gave me the real shit at the end. So I liked it, but I will say this. I will say listen to the song even if you're not a H.E.R. mark, but I do agree that, like, I think the best part of it is I mean, they do a guitar solo, and that shit's fucking dope as hell. So shout out to H.E.R, man. Talented chick.
Yeah, I gotta get back and listen to this one. H.E.R is growing on me. I haven't really taken the time to listen to a lot of her stuff, like the full project, like from front to end. I'll hear a lot of her music, you know, when it's out in a while, but I never really sat down with any of her albums, so I feel like I'm missing out.
Had no album.
Well, don't she got like a compilation of stuff that she released?
Putting the fucking album out, and I feel like I'm scared this is about to be the same bullshit. And I love her. I love her music. But like, put an album out. Stop being a fucking peon. Like, put an album out. She dropped a bunch of singles and then throw that shit together. It's like, hey, these are my singles for the year. Is this gonna be an album?
No, I agree, because when you said that she ended up doing an album, like, she's done albums, but yes, the albums are like heavy. I got all my singles in here. But okay. All right, we're going to see this happens. We go on to these further off-brand conversations about shit you say. We're not going to sit here and act like all the old acts didn't do the same thing back in the day. They would drop like 5 singles and then drop the album, and they'd be like, oh, here go the album, and 5 of the songs was all
like
on the radio. Because the king of pop was the king of that, giving you about 4 or 5 singles on the radio, and then putting it on the album, and it'd be like 9 albums. It'd be 9 songs on the album, and 5 we heard on the radio.
But it was an album, and it was an album of all slaps. What is H.E.R.'s debut album? What's the name of her debut album?
H.E.R. 2016 or 17, I think. But it's single heavy. It has a bunch of her singles on there, but she still has new songs on there.
Okay.
That's what I said. We're not going to act like the old acts didn't drop like 4 or 5 singles on the album and then put the album out and it'd be 10 songs total. Like, stop it. Half the thing on Thriller was on the top charts, bro.
That shit was all bangers.
Oh, I agree. But I'm just saying, we're not going to act like that don't happen, though.
Her ain't Thriller.
Oh, I'm not saying it is. I'm saying that a lot of old acts, I should have probably picked the Lex Prestigious album. Thriller's easy because you all know all those songs charted. But Lex Prestigious albums had about 4 or 5 singles, and they just didn't chart. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that she should continue this method, but I'm saying that this is something that's been done.
I take away my her hate. I do love her. I take away the hate. You are right.
Man, I finally won one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Side note, actually, and this is a huge side note, but we brought up Michael Jackson. You ever see the picture with him with the Crips in the hood?
I did.
No. I didn't see it. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, actually, while we were talking, I just updated this. There we go. That's what my picture. There we go.
There you go.
It's a hard part battle.
But you know what's funny?
Michael Jackson and the Crips.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Like on his last album that came out, I think before he had passed. No, after he had passed. This one was posthumous. He had a song in there called "The Blue Gangster."
Yeah.
So he might have gang ties. I think what's his name was correct. Who else is from Indiana, the rapper? Oh shit, I can't remember. Freddie Gibbs was saying, you know, Mike was connected in the streets, so we might have some
having this argument, and we can have this in another joint. People gonna stop disrespecting Mike when these little white boys hop up and start talking about he was touching on them and shit. That shit did not. Mike was a fucking G. You don't have a daddy like Joe Jackson and touch on little boys. You don't do it.
100%. I'm right there with you.
You don't fucking do it. Every real person that was around Mike that talked about that shit was like, yo, when Bubbles got out of hand, he was fucking Bubbles up. It was a fucking G. You don't become a soft ass nigga with a daddy like Joe Jackson and 8 brothers, and you the little nigga. You telling me this nigga got 7 big brothers and turned into a sissy? Are you sick? Come on, bro.
Right.
Hey, and we got it because I remember hearing that album too. I think it's on the album Escape. It's called Blue Gangster. Listen to it because he really like singing hard on it. Hopefully we can put it in the clip.
Yeah, I think it is. I couldn't remember if it's Escape or Invincible, but I think you're right. I think it's Escape.
It's Escape. Yeah, that jump was. This is pretty hard. I like it. Like he's singing on that.
Hey, look,
I ain't mean to go bad like that, but I can't. The mic disrespect has been getting crazy, bro.
Oh, it's way out of hand. It's way out of hand.
Way out of hand. We're gonna listen to these 2 little. Come on, bro. No. Everybody you listen to, every real person, especially every real black person you listen to that they interview about Mike. Come on, bro.
Hey, look, I mean, the only real conversation we need to have about Mike is I feel like Mike got 2 to 3 better albums than Thriller in his catalog that don't nobody talk about. One day we're gonna have that conversation.
That's gonna be an argument.
One day we're gonna have it. He got about 2 or 3. I know everybody gonna agree with at least one. I think
Okay.
we should agree that Off the Wall is better than Thriller, right?
I
Off
like
the
Off the
Wall's
Wall
better than Thriller.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Off the Wall's better than Thriller.
But I feel like you got 2 more albums that's better than Thriller. But
I don't know about that, but Off the Wall,
for another
Off the
day.
Wall is better than Thriller. Yes.
Okay. Maybe we'll get into that.
Don't put enough respect on Michael name, bro. He was still out here killing them with Invincible and Michael and what's the other Escape. He was killing them with all that shit, bro. They don't put enough respect on Michael name. But anyway.
All right. And Jay, I think you looked up some additional music topics for us to discuss.
Yeah. I mean, I want to kind of make some segments about music news, but I think more or less try to put maybe a couple of jokes with some positivity in the game. So first thing, I'm kind of going to read this off my phone because I ain't completely prepared this week. But Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine receive a green light to open Los Angeles High School. So shout out to Dre and Jimmy Iovine. Hopefully it doesn't go the way of donations, gifts, that they actually get the school open. So we all go ahead. Nip, what do you think the number 1 curriculum in Dr. Dre's school should be?
It's music. What are we talking about? We already know what the fucking school is for.
I'm gonna say beating the brakes off a broad. God damn.
Hey, man. Put some respect. Put some respect on Dre's name.
Chris got a point there,
because you get slapped like D-Ball. Oh my goodness.
He got a point there. CeeLo Green reveals his label of management told him not to lose weight. Chris, what do you think about that?
They trying to set him up, man. They trying to get the masters back, man. It's a plot. It's a downfall on him, man. Look, they tried to blow up his phone. We already saw they tried to blow up my man's cell phone through the satellite when he's in that studio. Now they're trying to give him hypertension, man. Come on, lead him in and don't let him be great.
They didn't try to kill CeeLo 3 times. Like, they put the allegation out about him with the young joint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna speak on none of that because I'm already in the bad light around this motherfucker. But what we are gonna do is put some respect on CeeLo's name as one of the top Southern rappers of all time.
Yeah,
and that's all 100%. I got to say. And that's that on that.
Look here, man. He almost killed himself with that damn gold ass outfit he wore with the gold paint.
Look like Goldar.
Yeah. That's what he really looking like. CP3, black ass CP3. Anyway, next one. I said this ain't gonna be disrespectful. I forgot this supposed to be uplifted. Pharrell is opening a private Virginia school for low-income families. Chris, I ask you. It's a good thing to do, but I would say, what do you think should be the most important curriculum in Pharrell's school?
How to not steal from Al Green.
Woo!
Because we know that costs him a lot of money. So.
You talking about the
That's
Marvin
a good
Gaye
life lesson.
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye, yeah.
He sold with that white man and then tried to run.
Listen, and he still made millions off of that.
True. All right, here's the one. I mean, y'all ready for this info? Because this one, when I saw it, I thought it was this joke. I'm like, oh, somebody's trying to clown me now. But y'all ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Kanye West is aiming for the same magic he had for My Dark Twisted Fantasies by booking his recording in Hawaii and inviting a bunch of people similar to My Dark Twisted Fantasies.
Yes,
my beautiful Dark Twisted. So, who? I'm gonna start with Chris. Are you here for it?
I'm here for it, but this sounds like some Epstein Island 2.0.
Oh shit!
You know he about to have all the libations out there, all the vibes is going out there. Like it's gonna be a wild time in Hawaii, man. Dog the bounty hunter better look out. He might have to chase somebody down and then.
Nah, do that shit. Bring them niggas out there. Get drunk. Give me another My Dark and Twisted Fantasy. My beautiful Dark and Twisted Fantasy. I need that, bro. He might
as well fly Amber back out, man.
He need to get back.
The feeling.
You know what? I hope he get with Candace Owens.
Yep.
I want all the wild ass yay shit. I want crazy, say wild shit, show up at the red carpet with a Hennessy bottle yay. I want all that yay action for this joint, bro. I want all that.
Yeah. Look,
I want all that.
I'm so here for it, man. I will tell you this. If this album ends up being trash, I may renounce my Kanye fandom at this point. It ain't no returning back. I feel like it's 2 artists in their prime that have done the best music when they're under scrutiny. Mary J. Blige and Kanye West. So I'm straight here for it, man. I think this shit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Hope he makes it. Call it number 2, or
he ain't got the white folks ready. Oh yes, yes sir.
Yeah.
We need that. We need that. He ain't got to. Yes sir. We need
Y'all think
that.
he's gonna be cussing on it or no?
He gonna bring Saha? No, yeah. All that Jesus shit is over with. Jesus broke his heart. All that shit dead. He better bring Saha out. He better bring Ryan Fest out. He better bring what's other Consequence. His ass better be out there. All that.
Yeah.
We need all them niggas to come. We need the fucking Avengers, the fucking Voltron, all that, the Power Rangers. We need everybody out there, motherfucker.
When our powers combined.
Captain Planet, all that. Yeah.
The Don Cheadle Captain Planet, though, not the white one.
You need both the Captain Planets.
Everybody need to come out there.
All right. And some other good news. Notorious B.I.G. and Jam Master Jay's daughters are opening up a New York style pizzeria in LA. Nip, if you're in LA, would you eat there?
Yeah, sure.
Chris, do you think it'll work? A New York style pizzeria in LA?
I mean, yeah, it'll work. They're gonna have some star power behind it. But if you go, I'm definitely wearing a vest if I go in there. I mean, just looking at the history there, it's a little bit crazy. So you never know what could pipe off. But
yeah,
I would definitely get a hot slice. Why not?
But why would we put? I'm with it. I guess I don't know. Like,
I feel like it could be something like more like, why are we just doing a pizzeria? But hey, small business, I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's hot as shit. I'm not eating no hot ass pizza in fucking LA.
But you know, is LA is gonna be some like sushi slice like style. You know, they're gonna jazz it up, avocado slice, all that kind of stuff. When
I go to the store for a slice, I want grease on the brown paper bag. When I bite the pizza on this end, I want the grease down here. You know what I'm saying? I want the grease to roll down. You can't do that in LA.
You need a little paper plate with the little ridges on it. Hold that joint up.
It. The single paper plate that get clear by the time you 2 bites in. Yeah.
All right. And then our last one we have to do. It's not really spicy, but it is what it is. Styles P labels Biggie the greatest MC that has ever existed over Jay-Z and others. Nip, take it away.
I think that was a sentimental take. I'm gonna ride with him because I feel like it's more about feeling than about like ability. And Big is one of my favorites, but yeah, you can't really shit on somebody's opinion.
Chris, any thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of agree with Nip there. It's just difficult because we didn't get as much time with Biggie as we would have wanted, so it's hard to see how his career would have.
Big shirt.
Oh, look at that! Look, man, that's what we're talking about. But we didn't get as much time with him as we would have wanted, so we didn't see how his career would have played out, and to possibly make that claim, a little bit more substantial. But I think looking through it, I'm sure Styles had a relationship with Big, that probably played into his opinion a bit. I'm not gonna kill him for it because I think you could make that debate, but I think it was more sentimental than anything.
Well, I did say this last one. One more topic. DJ Academic says he thinks Polo G's album is going to outsell the Amigos week 1. What do you think, Nip?
I think DJ Academic should eat a dick.
What do you think? What do you think, Chris?
I haven't heard Polo G's yet.
I don't know what they wanted me to say. Like, all right, that's your opinion.
Who cares about what Academics? He's not even a DJ. Why are we going to the DJ? You know what? Go ahead, Chris. What's your take on it?
Man, the funniest thing about Academics was the memes with Jerry the Mouse when he scrunched his face up like this. when Takeoff was like, "Dude, it looked like I got left off of Bad and Bougie." And they had a little Jerry the Mouse meme on Academics' face, and they both like this. That was the most funniest thing. But I think possibly I gotta hear Polo G's album first, but he's been in the limelight here for the last couple of months pretty hard. I've been hearing him on a lot of different people's projects. Shoot, he was on the Migos project, so who knows? Maybe they did a 1-for-1 trade or something like that when we see him on theirs. But I think it's possible. Why not?
All right, and that is all I have in music news.
Hey, there we go. So once again, y'all, been another great episode.
No.
Oh,
Hell
wait,
no. We got one more for you for your head top.
Oh,
2
wait.
minutes.
Oh.
2 minutes. We got to talk about it. Are we
And
ready?
the floor is yours, sir.
We got to talk about when your old shorty steal your swag. That's what we got to talk about. All right. Let's imagine this. You with a shorty. You in your car. You rolling down 9-5 about to hit Virginia Beach or something on a nice April, May, June weekend, Memorial Day, something like that. You pass her the aux, and she put on some cold bullshit. You snatch the aux back, you throw your shit on. For the next 3.5 hours, you putting her on the game. For the next month, 2 months of your relationship, you putting her on. Everything, new music, old music, rap, hip hop, funk, whatever. For whatever reason, y'all split up. It's over with. 2 months later, you get on Facebook, you get on IG, she got a live. She bumping the shit that you put her on to with another nigga in the passenger seat.
The game is cold.
How we feel about that?
I'm a open because I know Chris is the more sane one of us two. So I just wanted to just go ahead and throw that out there first because I know. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna keep it 100, man. Like I've been with chicks like that. That they were like empty canvases when I got with them, and they like, oh, what's your favorite book? Or what do you like to read? Oh, nothing. Oh, what shows you watch? Oh, nothing. Oh, what kind of music you listen to? I listen to everything except for country. That's what everybody say. Except for country.
Hey, except for country, right?
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, okay. Well, oh, if you like everything, then blah, blah, blah. Oh, I ain't never heard that before. The Temptations? For real? Okay. So, yes, I get what you're saying. The problem with it is I don't know none of that shit. And actually, my swag has been ripped off from other people, too. So I can't go at her and be like, hey, I need you to give me my chips and my dips for residuals, but still on my swag to let the other nigga think you look cool.
That's it.
I can't say I just stole my swag from so many cool jokers that I can't even really rock with them. But I will say this. That broad need to tell the truth.
Pay homage.
She with that joker, he like, oh, damn, you on this? She need to be like, yeah, my last nigga put me onto this. He was real cool. I mean, maybe a bad boyfriend, but he was cool about the music. A lot of these chicks don't tell the truth. A lot of them be like, oh, I always been on this. You didn't know? Like, nah, no, you don't know. You didn't know.
You doing throwbacks? You doing throwbacks with the tracks? You come on, you posting album covers? No, I pay for them titties. Get your own, don't you heard? That's me. No, run me my paper.
Look, pull a Quavo, repo to Bentley.
No,
bring it back. But no, Jay, that's a good point. But see, you got to look at it too. Like, and I haven't been in this predicament. Thank God. Hopefully, I never have to deal with it. But you got to look at it. Yeah, you kind of borrowed things from different folks, and everything through your life. But the package you put together and presented her was your own package that you put together, even though it may be made up of different things here and there. The J swag, the J stamp has been put on that, and then that's what you help use to introduce her to those different things. So it's easy to say, yeah, you kind of borrow things from different areas of life, but if you putting yourself out towards her, and then somebody just kind of bogarting that and just taking it to their new boom, like, oh yeah, I've been on this kind of stuff. That's
cool. You wasn't funny. You wasn't none of that shit till you got with me. Now this is you get this other nigga. All this, no. Give me my.
You were nothing.
Give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me my money. Give me that.
What's she gonna pay you with?
I don't know.
Every song she put on Instagram, she owe you $1. Like, what's
you gotta hit the.
You gotta hit the hashtag.
Hashtag.
You gotta slide me one of your homegirls or something. Something gotta happen.
Nip said put hashtag Nip taught me on all
every post incorporating. Nip taught me. That's it. This all you gotta do. Yo, every time you post something, hashtag Nip taught me. That's it.
Nip go get a call from the new boyfriend. Man, Nip taught you well.
Well, he gonna send you a thank you card. Hey, bro, man, I just want to say thank you.
That's right. That's right. Just like on the Murder episode, a little thank you card ain't gonna hurt nobody. Thank you for showing her all the things that I'm profiting from now. She cool as shit. She got all the music swag. We go to all the concerts, all the new music. Appreciate you, Nip. Thank you. That's it. That's all I need.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, but so does it work the same way if a guy steals the swag from a woman?
It should. We're
That
gonna be
don't happen.
egalitarian.
He said it don't happen.
Dang.
Look, I'm not saying I agree, but I'm saying in all examples I know, Nip is right. I've never seen.
Have you ever seen it? Thank you.
I've never ever seen.
You've never seen that shit. You've never seen a chick. Oh, I'm gonna put you onto this. Never. They can't even decide what they want to eat, let alone what they want to listen to. Fuck out of here. This episode is sponsored by Knob Creek.
Knob Creek and all the passwords.
And all the passwords.
Oh my god!
But let's say in some alternate universe, it does happen. A guy swagger jacks a chick. Should he write the thank you card, or should he be?
Yeah, you got to.
I would give up a thank you card. Yo, I appreciate you.
You got to. You got to, especially if you use that bag to get the next one. So yeah, you gotta. You know what
I'm saying? I'm out here glazing all the donuts because you put me on. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you.
Actually, that's a hell of a thank you card. You should work for Hallmark, man.
That's it.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you card. Yeah, glazing all the donuts.
That sounds like a
Thank
Party Next
you.
Door song. Like
I'm
you taking
buttering
it
all
shorty
the
to prove it
biscuits.
shorty about the next.
I'm buttering all the biscuits because you gave me the recipe. I appreciate you.
Oh my Jesus Christ! Wow. Well, so what you're saying is in resolution that swagger jacking women, either the ex or the new boyfriend or the woman, should at least give appreciation and respect to the one that put
That's
you on.
it. Just give credit when credit is due. That's it. That's it. You was unseasoned. You was unseasoned chicken when you met me. Now you Popeyes. You a Popeyes 3-piece. That's it.
So Justin Timberlake gives some thank yous for the swag that he stole.
Yeah.
He definitely got to give some thanks.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to make sure we're consistent here. Because I don't know what Justin could give back.
Some change.
I don't know what he could give. You right. I don't know.
Donations.
Hey, if I was all last with donations, gifts. If I was all actually so, the only thing I would have said is that what these white artists should give back is the platform to put other black artists on the map. Is my only requirement. Because you know what? Justin Timberlake did that soft ass Man in the Woods shit, and he had that country dude Chris Stapleton on there. Only know the Joker name because of that. That Joker is going to sell a lot more albums because he was on JT album. But I ain't seen none of us that's up and coming. Usually when we get on that kind of albums, we already got a name. But ain't nobody up and coming from us ever. That's all I say. A white artist should always give back to black people is you get an unknown black person, man, woman, or child, and you put them on and put them on your platform so people can see their talent. But other than that, but you're right. I don't want to hear what Justin Timberlake think about social issues. Fuck out of here.
I agree with you.
Don't worry. Swiss Beats will handle all that for us. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
We
Showtime.
Yeah, we over time like shit. But we got to talk about the interview he did. We talk about him and Alicia Keys.
Oh Lord. We
got to talk about that shit because some of us some of our soulmates are married to other motherfuckers, and we got to go steal them.
Hey, look.
We got to go.
We soulmate napping. God.
Look.
We got to go steal them. We got to go steal them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it, man. I feel Swissy 120, a million%. Look, I done told tricks before. If it's a man out there you like and you want, go get the motherfucker.
Go get him.
He married. Who?
So
that is the wife's job to keep their man at home.
Your
job is to get you a man.
You only got one life to live.
Yeah. Go out there and get it. I tell them all the time, like, don't be out here. Oh, I got to be respectful. Why? They made the vow with them and God. You didn't make a vow.
What's for you is for you, sis. Go get him.
You say claim it.
Look. If he want to walk out the door and be with you, that's a win. If he say, nah, I'm good at home, then that's what it is.
That's
like,
Man,
I
come
feel
on,
the
y'all gonna
same
make
way.
Sunshine Adams come out with part 2, man. Y'all going crazy.
Look. All I'm saying is the relationship is between you and that other person. Ain't nobody else that's not in that relationship has any loyalty to be able to respect your relationship. That ain't their job. That's your job to respect your relationship. When you get married, that's between you and God and the other person. Ain't between you, God, and all the other jokers that want to have sex with you. Their job ain't about your marriage. They didn't get married. You got married. So fuck that. I don't never blame them.
It ain't your job to play defense, sweetheart.
Right. You only make all the shots you take.
That's
you got to
it.
start shooting, shorty.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
There you go. So keep shooting.
Shout out to Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. Out here doing it real rugged.
That's it.
Hey. All right, fellas. Anything we want to wrap up with before we close out?
Shit, I don't think we got nothing left on the mics, man. We done burnt all the things.
There we go. All right, folks. It's been another episode of the Gladiator Cypher podcast. Again, make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe on our different social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and pretty much every DSP out there. You can listen, you can watch. Heck, we might even make some Smoke Signals podcast come out soon. Who knows? We're gonna get it to you however we can get it to y'all. But be sure to engage with the post. Let us know we have some crazy takes. Is the new Space Jam movie going to be harder than the original? Is the soundtrack going to be better? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. I doubt it.
we ain't even got to talk about that. This nigga can't even win 6 chips. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? When the mic get put out in the first round after he won his chips, we ain't gonna talk about it.
Let him live. We're gonna let him breathe. He ain't not done
To
yet.
the Suns. Go ahead.
We're not gonna do this. We not a sports podcast, and I see why. We're not gonna do this.
Hey, that's been the episode, y'all. We'll see you next week. Peace out,
Mama.
See y'all next week.